All right, this is our tune called Old and Blue.
If you sing front porch music just right,
Well, those were the days, there's nothing more I dread.
you'll find it can travel beyond the balustrades
And the way they turn their heads.
and into the hearts of listeners everywhere.
I was picking weeds and making friends with a baby on my arm.
Sarah McCumbee and her husband Austin have found success writing and performing their new take on an old sound. For Austin, it was family influence that got him here.
My uncle David was the first person to put a guitar in my hand. I think I was 13 years old, and he taught me Johnny B. Good, and ever since then I just loved music.
For Sarah, it began with a memorable first gig.
The first show she ever played was at a CVS grand opening.
Walgreens.
Oh, Walgreens.
And we had to go into Walgreens and make a makeshift microphone stand out of a broom they had for sale.
Together, they've run to success as Chatham Rabbits. A name steeped in the history around Siler City.
Chatham County used to be the meat rabbit capital of the USA.
Yep.
And back in the early 1900s, people from all over the East Coast used to come here to Chatham County to hunt these huge rabbits that would be here. And they knew that if they could, harvest enough rabbits, they could sell them at a premium to restaurants in New York and Baltimore and DC for a dish called Chatham Rabbit. It was an actual delicacy.
So too are the sound and performances of these modern-day Chatham Rabbits.
We love to just be ourselves and to let the audience in on the story of why we wrote the song that we wrote.
Like the one they composed during the pandemic called If You See Me Riding By.
It's just about how easy it is when you've been in a relationship for a long time to stop doing the little things that made you fall in love in the first place.
Don't you know that Jesus rose?
To build their audience, they spent months on end traveling the country in this 1980s Winnebago. Over the years, the crowds have grown, and Austin has done the math to see where that may lead.
Okay, if that multiplier holds true for the next 10 years, then we will be playing at the Ryman one day, because if our music is compelling enough that somebody random hears it, sees a show, and wants to tell 2 or 3 of their friends, that's the only, when you break it all down, that's what it's all about.
That and finding your way back home, even if you have to share the stage with a chicken named Puff. Their message is that music may not change the world, but it can freeze memorable moments in time.
If you hear an old Beatles album, you may remember the very first time you heard that, and it brings you back to not just that space or that album, but it brings you back to that smell that was cooking in the kitchen, or that friend you had in high school that you've lost touch with.
Which means you can go home again if you're dancing to the right tune. Bob Buckley.
It's amazing what music does.
Fox 8 News.